Good afternoon. Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News from Mountain Comfort Furnishings and Design. We are getting another weekend with no fire restrictions in Summit County or the surrounding forest. Fire officials reviewed the fire ban today. They are confident at least a week of monsoon moisture returns Sunday. Fire danger, though, it remains high. Steve Lipsher from Summit Fire and EMS has a word on this unusual combination of high danger and no fire ban.
Campfires in particular seem to be a chronic sore spot. Douse them and make sure they are completely out before they leave them.
At least 5 large wildfires erupted this past week, most of them in the Front Range foothills. Jefferson County Sheriff believes arson is to blame for the quarry fire south of Ken Carl. It has burned 450 acres. No suspects yet in custody. The Alexander Mountain fire near Loveland keeps growing, now burning more than 9,000 acres. Dozens of buildings have been destroyed. A new fire, the Bucktail Fire, has scorched more than 1,700 acres in southwestern Colorado since yesterday. Each of these fires is competing for resources. Lipsher at Summit Fire compares it to a chess match.
There's only so many planes, there are only so many pilots and ground crews that are available, and they're hopping right now. In some cases, they're jumping from fire to fire to fire.
In highest demand are slurry bombers and tankers. Just yesterday, fire managers on the Alexander Fire gave a peek at their strategy to lure more help.
All this information, the critical infrastructure like water treatment facilities, gas line to the south, all that's going to be used to incorporate into our reporting up on the incident, paint a picture of the consequence if we are not successful. That allows us to get more resources on the fire, because right now there's fires all across the West and the competition for those resources is very high.
Also yesterday, Congressman Joe Neguse and Michael Bennett wrote the feds, asking them to send more resources to Colorado. Summit Fire is training 6 new firefighters to man its new fire station in Silverthorne. That fire station is coming online to serve a booming population. Silverthorne recently passed Breckenridge as the biggest year-round town in Summit. Stock up for winter with free firewood. The U.S. Forest Service was trimming trees above Dillon Valley recently, making way for a new housing project with the county. Get your firewood at Columbine Landing, that's just north of Blue River Campground on Highway 9. But you need a permit first. Stop by the Dillon Ranger District station on your way. Today in Silverthorne, it's the First Friday Block Party. You've got 11 local artists playing 5 stages all across town. Bluebird Market, Angry James Brewery, and more. Music starts after 4 and goes until late. Tomorrow night at Frisco Adventure Park is a Main Street astronomy party. It's a new moon, and the stars will be bright. Local star guru Astro Mark is bringing telescopes for stargazing and giving talks on constellations. In local entertainment news, debuting tonight at the Eclipse in Breck, Deadpool and Wolverine. It's back to the X-Men for Ryan Reynolds, where he teams up with Hugh Jackman. Multiverse insanity prevails. But I'm going to go see it, mostly because I want to see Wolverine in that goofy yellow costume he hates. Deadpool and Wolverine is showing nightly at the Eclipse, 4 and 7:15. In sports, the Rockies open a weekend series with the Padres tonight, 7:40. And in local sports, tomorrow's the Copper Triangle Cycling Tour. You will see hundreds of cyclists riding the rec paths and highways from Copper Mountain to Fremont, Tennessee, and Vail Passes. Phil Lindemann, Krystal 93 News.